أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربي زدني علما وأجمعين اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to LQ Milton class number 42. We'll continue our studies and we'll inshallah start lesson number 6, which is about objects or maf'ulun bihi. Just a quick reminder or refresher, we are dealing in jumla fe'liya, verbal sentences, and we know verbal sentences, a normal sequence of a verbal sentence is the verb, the doer of the action which we call fa'il, and maf'ul or object. We also learned in the past few lectures that some verbs are transitive in nature, or we call them muta'addi verbs, and some verbs are intransitive or ghair muta'addi in nature. What is the difference? This is just a quick refresher. What is the difference? When a verb presents itself to us, then we ask a verb two questions. What are those two questions? What and whom? What and whom? And if this question makes sense for the verb, then immediately we know it is a transitive verb or a muta'addi verb, and it needs an object, maf'ulun bihi. And we did some exercises in the past. I will just quickly give two examples. Jalasa, jalasa mean he sat. So, when I said he sat what, he sat whom does not make any sense. So, jalasa is intransitive, it does not need an object or maf'ulun bihi. But when I say shariba, he drank, and I ask shariba, shariba what? He drank what? That makes sense. If that makes sense, then it is a transitive verb and it needs maf'ulun bihi, because I drank something, I drank water, I drank coffee or anything, right. So, this is a quick refresher. Now, maf'ulun bihis, they are mansoob in nature. So, when we are reading Quran and a ayah comes, and then we should be really quickly able to identify who is the doer of the action, the fa'il. If there is any noun in that ayah which is marfu, I always say close your eyes, put your finger on that noun and say this is my fa'il. and that file could be in the beginning of the sentence right after the verb, it could be in the middle, or it could be in the very end of the ayah. But no matter where that noun is, which is marfu in nature, that will be your file, the doer of the action. Mafulun bihis are mansub. So, again when I found a noun, and if it is a transitive verb, and I find a noun which is mansub, then I should be able to identify the object or mafulun bihi. That is what we are learning, right, the verbal sentences. In lesson number 5, Dr. Saab introduced us the mafulun bihi by utilizing or using the nouns, right. In lesson number 6, Dr. Saab is using dhamirun, muttasilun, the attached pronouns as coming as mafuls. Now, what are these? Hu humahum, ha humahunna, ka kumakum, ki kumakunna, ya mutakallim and na. These are attached pronouns, these are nouns, and they can attach themselves to anything, and we have repeated it so many times, but that is okay. When they attach themselves to a noun, then they become mudaf mudaf alayh. When they attach themselves to harf jar, they become jarun wa majrurun. When they attach themselves to a zarf, then it will be mudaf alayh. And when they attach themselves to a verb, then they become mafulun bihi. Very important, very important. So, today we are going to learn and understand how the mirun muttasilun or the attached pronouns are functioning, attaching themselves to a verb acting as maful or objects. Before we begin lesson number 6, there is a verb that Dr. Saab used. It is a weak verb. We are not learning about weak verbs until the end of book 2, but just for your information, whenever a verb has either an alif, waw or a ya, either in the beginning, in the middle or in the end comes, then it will become a weak verb, and the conjugation of that verb probably will change a bit. That is all we need to know at this time. That's it. So, the verb that Dr. Saab used in lesson number 6 is ra'a. Ra'a comes in Quran too, araital lazi, right? Yeah, ra'a comes. We'll do that. Ra'a means, what is the meaning of ra'a? He saw. He saw. This is actually a ya without the 2 dots. This is actually a ya without the 2 dots. The meaning of ra'a means he saw. I am not going to discuss ra'aya, ra'u, ra'at, ra'ata, because then things will get complicated, because this is not your normal conjugation, right. This is not your normal conjugation. We are not discussing that, but what we are going to discuss now is ra'ina, ra'ita, ra'ituma, ra'itum, ra'iti, ra'ituma, ra'itunna, ra'itu and ra'ina. So, like I said, this is a ya, and whenever something attach to this verb, this ya without the 2 dots will manifest itself in a complete form. What I mean by that, when it comes to hunna, where is the file here in ra'ina? Na is the file. So, when na attach itself to ra'a, this ya will become ya with 2 dots. It manifests itself in a complete form. That is all we are remembering here, right. Ra'a, where is the file? Mustatir, taqdiruhu huwa, right. we are not doing this middle part. Ra'ina, where is the file? Na is the file. Ra'ita, where is the file? Ta. Ra'ituma, where is the file? Tuma. Tum, ti, tuma, tunna, tu, na. All files, and when they are attaching themselves to ra'a, the ya will become manifests in its complete form. There is another verb like that, kawa. What is the meaning of kawa? He ironed. Again, kawa, kawaina, kawaita, kawaituma, kawaitum. Then masha, masha comes in Quran. Masha mean he walked. Masha, mashaina, mashaita, mashaitum, mashaiti, mashaina, mashaitu. I walked, mashaitu. Right. So, there are verbs in this form, and when something attach themselves to these verbs, the ya will become apparent or manifest themselves in a complete form. So, since Dr. Saab used ra'a in lesson number 6, we don't want to confuse ourselves because he used it quite frequently. Now, we know when I say ra'itu, ra'ita, where is the verb? Ra'i. What is the file? Now, is ra'a transitive verb or a intransitive verb? Transitive. How do we know? He saw what? Or he saw whom? So, I immediately know that this is a transitive verb. So, I am going to need object, mafulun bihi, and mafulun bihi can be dhamirun muttasilun. So, let us take ra'ita for example. You saw. If I want to say you saw him, ra'itahu. Ra'itahu, who will attach itself to ra'ita. And then when dhamirun muttasilun attach themselves to a verb, then they become maf'ulun bihi. So, when I say ra'ita, you saw what? Him. And I can use the entire set of 14 attached pronouns dhamirun muttasilun with ra'ita and say you saw him, you saw me, you saw us, ra'itana, you saw us, right? Ra'itahunna, you saw them, feminine, right? Ra'itaha, you saw her. Ra'ituka, yeah. I saw you. Ra'ituka, I saw you. So, and in lesson number 6, what Dr. Saab is doing, he is only at this time, and in lesson number 7, he is only dealing in singular form of ra'a. He is dealing in ra'a, ra'ita, ra'iti, ra'itu, right. He is only dealing in the singular forms, and in lesson number 7, he is dealing with the plural forms. So, this is a methodology Dr. Saab is using to slowly instill the knowledge of maf'ulun bihi in a singular and then in a plural forms. If I want to say I saw you, ra'ituka, right. So, we have some understanding about it. To solidify our understanding of maf'ulun bihi, let us begin lesson number 6. It is page number 36 in the old book. Page number 36 in the old book. What I like about the old books, new books are good too, they are helpful, but old books are more difficult in a sense that there are no Arabs. So, it kind of sharpens our mind, because when there are no Arabs, then we are putting the Arabs there. So, in my whole book I have put the Arabs on the lesson and on the exercises. So, it actually gives you a good understanding and more practice in the old books. So, this is a conversation that is happening between the mother, the son and the daughter. Okay. And in this conversation, Dr. Saab is giving us a good practice of utilizing the mirun muttasilun as mafulun bihis. Okay. So, let us see what they are talking about, right, and we will do the grammatical analysis of the conversation that they are having. Al ummu, the mother. Mata raja'ata min al madrasati ya bunayya. Mata means when, raja'ata. Raja'ata, you returned. Now, I am just giving some curveball here. Is this an intransitive verb or transitive verb? Intransitive, because it does not need a mafulun bihi. He returned, that is it. When did you return? Raja, raja'ata, where is the file? Ta is the file. When did you return? Minal madrasati, from the school. Ya bunayya, oh my dear son, oh my little dear son. Bunayya also used in Quran, Surah Yusuf. Luqman alayhi salam, when he was talking to his son, he used the word bunayya. Saeed, he said, raja'tu, I returned, qabla nisfi sa'atin, I returned qabla nisfi sa'atin, I returned half an hour ago. Raja'tu, where is the file? Tu is the file. What is qabla? Zarf, right? Nisfi, mudaf alayh. After zarf, some zarf we know need mudaf alayh. Qabla, nisfi, half, and then wahuwa mudaf and sa'atin mudaf alayh. I returned half an hour ago. Al ummu said, Aina ukhtuka Maryam, Aina ukhtuka ya Maryam, Aina ukhtuka Maryam. Mother said, Aina, where is your daughter Maryam? Ukhtuka, how many words in ukhtuka? 2 words. Sorry, sister. Where is your sister Maryam? Ukhtuka, how many words in ukhtuka? 2 words, ukhtu and ka, mudaf alayh. Where is your sister Maryam? Amma raja'at, didn't she return? Amma raja'at, what is this here? Hamzatu istifham, right? And remember, with Hamzatu istifham, they always come in the beginning of the sentence. What is ma? Harfun nafi, and raja'at is your verb, fail. Where is, didn't she return? Where is the file in raja'at? Mustatir. This ta is ta tanisi. Taqdiruhu hiya yudullu ala Maryam, right? So, we are talking about Maryam here. Saeed said, La adri, I don't know. Ana, adri is fail mudare, and the verb is, the madi is dara, and the mudare is yadri. And then when you say yadri, 5 in your pocket, yadri, tadri, adri, nadri. Adri means I don't know, right? Anama ra'i tuha, now comes beginning. Ana, what kind of sentence is that? Jumla ismiya. What are we looking for in jumla ismiya? Mubtada khabar. Where is mubtada? Ana. Ma is your harfun nafi. Where is the khabar? Ra'ituha. How many words in ra'ituha? No, 3 words. The fail, the file and the maful, all 3 of them are in ra'ituha. It's a complete jumla failure. All three ingredients of Jumla failure are included in Ra'ituha. Where is the fail? Where is the action? The verb Ra'i. Where is the file? Tu. Where is the mafulun bihi object? Ha. Ra'itu ha. He said, ana ma ra'ituha. I did not see whom? Her. Maryam. Ha is your mafulun bihi. Is ha mansub? Yes. All of them, when they attach themselves to a verb, will be mansub. Even hu, huma, hum, ha, huma, hunna, ka, kuma, kum, ki, they are mabni. They do not change their uniform, but my mind knows when they attach themselves to a verb that they are objects, and objects are mansub, right. So, Sayyid said, La adri, I don't know, I did not see her. Al Ummu said, Maza qarat al yawma. Qarata. What did you learn? Or what did you read? What did you read today? Sayyid said, Qaratu. Sayyid said, Qaratu. Is Qaratu. Where is the file in Qaratu? Tu is the file. Is this transitive or intransitive? Transitive. I read what? So, I need a mafulun bihi, right. Qaratu al yawma, today, which is your zarfu zaman. Qaratu, I read today what? Darsan. You see how darsun will become darsan? Because it is maful. I read today darsan, lesson. Jadidan, what kind of lesson? New lesson. Jadidan is your naat. Very good. Fil fiqh, in fiqh, jarun wa majrurun shibu jumla. That is it. No khabar, because this is a verbal sentence. Okay. This is a verbal sentence. Now, Al Ummu said, watch what she is saying. Hamza to istifham come. Afahimtahu. How many words in fahimtahu? 3. Fahim, ta, hu. Fahim is your verb, ta is your file, and hu is your mafulun bihi. Did you understand it? Did you understand it? Right? And remove hamza to istifham. What will happen? It will no longer be a question mark, it will be a statement. Fahimta, you understand it, right. But now she is saying, did you understand it? So, bring hamza to istifham, right, and it will immediately this jumla will become a question mark. This is the function of hamza to istifham. Whenever it comes into a sentence, it immediately changes the sentence or the statement into a question mark, and it always comes in the beginning of the sentence. Fahim, fahima, is that a transitive verb or an intransitive verb? Transitive verb, right? Yeah, we understand. And what? Said said, Naam, harful jawab. Fahim tu hu. 3 words. Verb, file, fail, file, and mafulun bihi. Fahim is your verb, tu is your file, and hu is your mafulun bihi. Who is coming as a mafulun bihi? Is it mansub? Yes, it is mansub, because it is mabni, but my mind knows that it is coming as a mafulun bihi. So, it is mansub in nature. He said, Naam, I understood it. Jaidan, Jaidan is mafulun mutlaq, right. Mafulun mutlaq means I understood it very completely, very well. Al Ummu said, Amma qarat al Qur'ana al yawma. Amma, did you not read Quran today? Qarata. Qara is your verb, ta is your file. Where is the mafulun bihi? Al Qur'ana. See, there has to be a reason. Qur'ana is mansoob, otherwise it will be Qur'anu, because al Qur'ana here is playing a role of maf'ulun bihi, right. Did you not read Qur'an today? Now, the question is asked in negation. Remember, we when the question is asked in negation, then the harful jawab na'am will change into harful jawab bala, of course, if the answer is positive. If the answer is negative, then nothing will happen, then we use la, right. But then if the answer is positive and the question is asked in negation, then the harful jawab na'am will become bala, of course. Qara'tu, I read. Qara'tu, I read. Read what? Surata, right. Surata, Surat ar-Rahmani, Surah of Rahman. Wa hafiztuha, waw is your ataf, and hafiz tu ha, and I memorized it. Hafiztuha is a complete jumla failure, fail, file, maf'ulun bihi, all three of them, and this is so that our mind gets sharpened, and when we read Quran, sometime we think it's one word. Before the knowledge of this of Arabic language or the language of Quran, we would have thought that this is one word. No, it's three words. So, Sayyid said, of course, I read Suratul Rahman and I memorized it. Fa fariha, fa is ataf, so fariha means is a verb which means to be happy. So, he is happy, be with me, al mudarrisu kasiran. Fa fariha, fariha is a verb to become happy, right. Where is the file in this sentence? Fa fariha bi al mudarrisu kasiran, and the teacher was very happy with me. Where is the file? Mudarris, because mudarris is the noun and it is marfu, and we already established that whenever there is a jumla failure and there is a noun in it which is marfu, we immediately know this is your file. So, who became happy? Mudarris became very happy with him. Waqala, and he said, Innaka ahsanu talibin fil fasli. Inna comes, what is inna? Harfu taqeed wa nasbin. And what are we looking for? Ismu inna. Ismu inna. Where is ismu inna? Ka. Ka is, where is khabar inna? Where is khabar inna? No, khabar inna. Now, remember, whenever the concept, when we say khabar is of 5 types. So, concept of khabar is always, remember in your mind, back in your mind, that when we talk about khabar can be of 5 types, and even with inna, khabar can be of 5 types. Khabar can be one word, khabar, right. Khabar can be jarun wa majrurun, khabar can be zarf, khabar can be jumla failure, and khabar can be jumla ismiya, right. So, innaka, inna, truly you are, innaka. Now, ka here is ismu inna, mansoob, and the khabar inna is ahsanu talibin fil fasli. Jumla is ismiya coming as a khabar for inna. What is ahsanu? Ahsanu is the superlative degree. We remember we did that. Ahsanu is the superlative degree. No. Why good question raised by why it would be not for whom, not case ending, gender and number, and they're all match. I don't see anything that matches with ahsanu here. The next word after ahsanu is taliban, which is your mudaf alayh. So, ahsanu is your mubtada, wa huwa mudaf, and taliban is your best of student. Fil fasli, in the class, right. So, this is a complete jumla ismiya coming as a khabar for inna, and even though we probably have not touched it, this jumla ismiya, make a circle around it and then connect it back to inna, and this jumla ismiya is marfu, because khabar inna is marfu. Khabar inna is marfu. Al ummu, the mother said, Masha Allah, whatever Allah wills. Zadaka, Zadakallahu. Okay, Zadakallahu ilman ya bunayya. Okay, let's analyze this. Zada means he increased. What is the mudare? Yazidu. Zada yazidu. Is it a jumla failure or a jumla ismiya? Jumla failure. Jumla failure, right? Jumla failure. So, where is the fail? Zada. Where is the file? File. Allahu. File is always marfu, right? Allahu is the file, and ka cannot be file, because ka is damirun muttasilun, attached pronoun, and attached pronoun, when they attach themselves to a verb, then they are mafulun bihi. They cannot be file, they are mafulun bihi, right. So, this is what we are learning today, right. So, whenever the damirun muttasilun is attached to a verb, it will be mafulun bihi and file. So, this is, we need practice. Immediately we should be able to identify the file and the mafulun bihi. Zadakallahu, who is going to increase? Ilman, Allah. Allah is the file, Allah is will be the doer of the action here, right. So, Zada, he increased, okay, he increased. So, ka is your mafulun bihi, he increased, Allah will increase whom? Ka, you, right. Now, when I say Zadakallahu, may Allah increase you, is there an ambiguity here? Is there something doesn't make any sense, something doesn't make sense, right? Increase in what? Right. Like increase in malan, in or ilman or something. So, this ilman, and remember, whenever there is ambiguity and we have to remove the ambiguity, what do we bring? Tamyiz. Tamyiz. Come, how many, and then your mind is wondering how many what, right? Then you say dularan, how many dollars, or rialan, or real, or a unit of measure, or Taliban, students, anything. But that would be singular and that would be mansub, to remove the ambiguity. So, when I say may Allah increase you, but increase you, and then there is still ambiguity there, and ka I know, increase what or increase whom. So, increase whom, may Allah increase you, increase in what? To remove that ambiguity, I bring ilman, tamyiz, in knowledge. Ya bunayya, oh my dear child. Said said, ghasalti, ghasala, he washed. So, when I say ghasalti, you washed, feminine gender, singular, second person, right. Ghasalti, did you wash? Is this a transitive verb? Yes, it is a transitive verb, because wash what, right. So, I need a maf'ulun bihi. So, qamisun is a shirt, and what is the plural of qamisun? Qumsanu, right. But qumsanu, when qumsanu will act as a maf'ulun bihi, then it will become qumsana. qumsana. So, he said aghasalti qumsani. Now, this ya mutakallim, remember we already said when ya mutakallim comes or ya comes, the letter before ya will get a kasra. So, that is why we say qumsani, but in reality it is qumsana, but because of the ya mutakallim it gets the kasra. So, aghasalti, did you wash my shirts? My shirts. Kumsani, mudaf, mudaf alayh, right? My shirts. Al idafa, sense of belonging. Ya ummi, O my mother. Al ummu said, Naam. Harful jawab, yes. Now, listen what she is saying. Ghasaltuha wa kawaituha. How many sentences are we dealing here? Two sentences. One sentence is ghasaltuha, the next one is kawaituha, right? Ghasaltuha, is it a complete jumla failure? Very good, it is a complete jumla failure. Fail, file and mafulun bihi, they are all present in there. I washed them and I ironed them. Now, why am I using ha here? Because I am talking about kumsana, shirts. So, it is plural. So, why she is saying when I say I washed them and I ironed them, but she is using singular, feminine, why? That is the question. Are we forgetting something? Kullu jama muannas. Kullu jama muannas. Ghair akil group, when the nouns, they are from the ghair akil group, right, they will be treated as singular feminine, right, singular feminine. So, ha will come here because it is kullu jama muannas. Khuz hazal qamisa. Okay. Khuz is take, it is fe'lu amrin. Okay, Dr. Saab is using fe'l amr here. How many types of verbs in Arabic language? There are three types of verbs: fe'l madi, fe'l mudare and fe'l amr. Okay, we have not touched the fe'l amr. I think lesson number 14 will start the fe'l amr here, but this is khuz. This is madzum, right. So, we are not going to go into much detail here, because the way we derive fe'l amr is a different concept, a different methodology, which we will learn in the later lessons. Khuz means now, whenever there is a verb or an action, there has to be a doer of the action. Okay, a doer of the action. So, khuz is fe'l amr, a verb of order. One thing we should always remember, that when fe'l amr is used, the fe'l amr is used, the verb of order or a verb of request, because it becomes request when we are using fe'l amr for somebody who is superior to us, then we can only do so to a second person. Okay. In this case, khuz, the file is mustatir taqdiruhu anta, you take. So, I am not going to say just say take, you take. So, al mother said khuz, you take, you take. When I say you take, akhaza, akhaza mean he took. Akhaza is the natural verb, the fe'l madi, akhaza, he took, and yakhuzu is the mudare, and then takhuzu, he takes, but then takhuzu will become khuz, which is fe'l amr, which we are not learning how it becomes khuz, because you have to do a surgery on takhuzu. Khuz, you take. Now, is this a transitive verb? Yes, it is a transitive verb. You take what? Where is the mafulun bihi? Haza, you take this. Al kamisa is your badal, and let us just do a litmus test here. remove al kamisa from this sentence, still it makes sense, because she is saying khus haza, take this, you take this, and she has the shirt there, right, and it makes sense. And remove haza from this sentence, al kamisa, you take this this shirt. Saeed said hati, again hati is fail amar, but we are not going to that much detail. The file here is ya mutakallim is the file of anti. Hati zaka, you bring this, zaka, zaka is your mafulun bihi, ya ummi, o my mother, zaka ajmalu min haza, that one is more beautiful than this, zaka. Min comes, and before min comes ajmalu. What is ajmalu? Atwalu, superlative degree. Remember, superlative, akbaru, asgharu, superlative degree, right. Ahsanu, afalu, on a pattern of afalu, they are superlative degree, and then after superlative degree comes min. So, here min is being used as a comparative degree. So, we would not translate it as from, we will translate it as than. That is more beautiful than this. Tadkhulu Maryam, Maryam enters. Maryam said Assalamu alaikum. Now she is addressing the mother and she is addressing the brother. Kaifa haluki ya ummi, how are you, O my mother? And then she said Kaifa haluka wa kaifa haluka ya akhi, and how are you, O my brother? Inamba, a cup of tea might help. Al-Ummu, wa alaikum as-salam, ahlan, welcome, ya binti, O my daughter, welcome, O my daughter, ya binti. Now, the conversation is starting between the daughter and the mother. Mata kharashti minal madrasati, when did you return from the school? When mother asked Saeed, she said Mata kharashta, but now she is saying to Maryam Mata kharashti minal madrasati, and then Maryam said kharashtu, I returned, or I left, sorry, when did you left, sorry, not when did you left from the school? And Maryam said kharashtu, I left ba'da salat az-zuhri. Kharaja, is this a transitive verb or an intransitive verb? Intransitive, intransitive, the action is complete, we do not need a maf'ulun bihi here, right. So, Maryam said kharashtu, I returned, I left ba'da zarf, maybe I need a cup of tea as well. Kharashtu ba'da, after salat az-zuhri. You know, it's very important to make mistakes too. It's very important when we are learning. It's very important, because when we make mistakes and when we correct them, yeah, we learn more.
And it also tells you if the students are awake.
It also tells you students are awake, and here, mashallah, students are awake. Kharashtu ba'da salat az-zuhri, I left after salati zuhri, salat of zuhr, mudaf alayh. Al-Ummu said aina zamila tuki Aminatu wa Fatimatu wa Suadu, and where are your friends? Your friends Amina, Fatima and Suad. Now, Zamilatuki, how many words in Zamilatuki? I always get that. No, 2. See, this is, yeah. So, this is 2, Zamilun. So, this every single class students answer 3, because our mind is so, and this is okay. This is actually good, because our mind is looking for fail, file, and mafulun bihi, right? And then, but so we immediately think of zamilatuki as 3 words, but this is zamilatu is the noun. It's not a verb here. Zamilun, zamilatun, female friend, and zamilatun. And then when the ka comes, ki comes, it becomes mudaf alay, zamilatuki, because zamilatun will become zamilatu, because it is mudaf, and mudaf cannot have a tanween, right? And that is fine. This also tells us that students are awake. Zamilatuki, where are your friends? So, 2 words, Aminatu wa Fatimatu wa Saadu, they are your badal for Zamilatu. Maryam said, Ana ma raitu hunna ba'da salati. Ana ma raitu hunna. What kind of sentence is that? Jumla ismiya. What are we looking for in Jumla ismiya? Mubtada khabar. Where is Mubtada? Ana. Ma is your harfu nafi. I did not see them after the salat. Very good. Raituhunna. How many words in Raituhunna? Now we can say 3, because we are dealing in verbs now, right? Rai is your verb. Tu, file. Hunna, Raitu hunna. Raitu, tu is your file, and hunna attaches to Raitu, it becomes Raituhunna, I did not see them, right? Raituhunna. When I say just Raituhunna, I see them, a feminine plural, but then here she is saying Ana ma Raituhunna, I did not see them, Ba'da salati, after the salah. Okay. Alumu said, Ya binti, oh my daughter. Okay, now she is playing with the 2 kids. Huh? I always look at how the parents sometimes play around with their kids, creating a sense of competition. Oh my daughter, Ahuki, your brother. Jumla ismiya, Ahu is your mubtada wa huwa mudaf, and ki is your mudaf alayh. Hafiza, your brother memorized. Hafiza is a verb, memorized, right? Memorize what? Surata, not suratu, surata, because now surata is acting as a mafulun bihi. Surat ar-Rahmani, mudaf alayh, surah of Rahman or surah Rahman, right? Your brother memorized surah Rahman. Hafiza, where is the file? Mustatir, taqdiruhu huwa, yudullu ala ahu, brother, to the brother. Ahu ki, now ahu is your mubtada wa huwa mudaf, and ki is mudaf alayh. Where is the khabar? This complete jumla failure coming as a khabar for ahu. Remember, when the concept of khabar comes, you always remember khabar is of 5 times. So, Hafiza Surat ar-Rahman, your brother memorized Surat ar-Rahman. Ayya suratin hafizti anti, and now she is challenging her. Ayya suratin hafizti anta, and which surah did you memorize? Now, this sentence, we can go and analyze this. Ayya, ayya is your mafulun bihi. Hafizti, hafizti means you memorized, right? You memorize what? Ayya, which? Suratin. And then why suratin is majroor? Because ayya has a mudaf alayh. Similarly, kullu has a mudaf alayh, zu has a mudaf alayh, right? So, but we are not going to too much detail here. Maryam said, Ana hafiztu. I memorized Surat al Hadid. Ana mubtada, hafiztu memorized, I memorized. Memorize what? Surata mafulun bihi, al Hadid, surah of Hadid. Wahiya atwalu min Suratul Rahman. Now she is saying, since I memorized Suratul Hadid, it is longer than Suratul Rahman. Wahiya, here, atwalu, again superlative degree, longer, right. Wahiya atwalu, and it is longer min Surat al Rahmani. Now, min here can be translated as then, because before min comes superlative degree, ismu tafdil, right. Then Surat al Rahman. Wa kazalik, and likewise, hafiztu sitta ashrata ayatan, and likewise I memorized 16 ayah from min Suratan Nabai, Surati Nabai, from Surah Naba. Al-Ummu said, Mashallah, whatever Allah wills. Innaka, surely, truly, you are. Innaki, sorry, not innaka, innaki, because she is addressing Maryam. Innaki, talibatun, truly, surely you are. And student, what kind of student? Mushtahidatun, hardworking student. Ana masruratun bika, I am very happy with biki, with you, not bika, biki. I am very happy with you. In old books, we don't have the Arabs there, the harakats there. Then she said, Azhabti ilal maktabati al-ayam, did you go to the library today? I am very careful about not saying went. Did you go to the library today? Maryam said, Naam, yes, zahabtu. Naam, zahabtu. Zahabtu, zahaba, is this a transitive verb or an intransitive verb? Intransitive, is an maf'ulun bihi, right? Zahabtu, yeah, I went. Naam, yes, I went. Al-Ummu said, Maza qarati hunaka. Maza, what did you read over there? Hunaka, over there. Qarati. Maryam said, Qaratu, I read. Read what? Majallatan, magazine. Now, before I move on, Al-Ummu said, Maza qarati hunaka, what did you read hunaka, over there? Qarati, you read.
No, I read.
Qarati, you read. Qarati, you read. Yeah, qarati, yeah, you read. Now, am I looking for maf'ulun bihi there? Because it is a transitive verb. Do I see a maf'ulun bihi there? No, I don't see a maf'ulun. But this is a question, and of course, she read something. When she went to the library, she went, and that is what mother is looking for. She is looking for maf'ulun bihi. She is looking for the object, right. So the object is, this is a conversation. So object is majallatan, magazine, and the daughter is saying qaratu, I read majallatan, magazine. So this is the object that we are searching for in the conversation. Majallatan min Pakistana, from Pakistan. Ismuha al-Islamu, its name is al-Islam. Al-Ummu said, Abil lughatil arabiyyati hiya, abil lughatil arabiyyati hiya, is it in Arabic language? Maryam said, La, no, hiya bil lughatil inkiliziyati, it is in English language. Al-Ummu said, Azhabti ilal mudirati, did you go to the mudir, the director? Maryam said, let us just finish this lesson, and then inshallah next class we will start the exercises. Maryam said, La, harful jawab, no. Hiya Ma ja'at al yawma. She did not come today. Here ma, here is your mubtada, ma is your harfun navi, ja'at al yawma, she did not come today. Here is your mubtada, where is the khabar? Jumla failure coming as a khabar, ja'at al yawma. Now, why al yawma? Al yawma is the zarf, right? Zarfu zaman. Al Ummu said lima, why? Maryam said azunnu, I think. Zanna is the verb. Zanna, we have not done this kind of verbs, we will inshallah do it. They were called mudaf, but we will learn about this. There are 3 letters in zanna, za, na, na, but then when the 2 letters are similar with the fatah on it, then it becomes zanna. This is the concept, and the mudara is yazunnu. 5 in your pocket, yazunnu, tazunnu, tazunnu, azunnu, nazunnu. So, Maryam said azunnu, I think, annaha, that she, zahabat ila makkata, I think that she went to Makkah. Anna comes. Anna is min akhawati inna, sister of inna. What are we looking for? Ismu anna and khabar anna, both. Ismu anna is ha, mansub. Where is khabar anna? Zahabat ila makkata. The complete jumla failure coming as a khabar for anna. Now, one thing we should know about inna and anna, inna comes in the beginning of the sentence and anna comes in the middle of the sentence, and anna means that with emphasis. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan, but with emphasis. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan. Then Al Ummu said asharibti shaya, shariba, he drank. Is it a transitive verb or an intransitive verb? Transitive verb. So, asharibti shaya, did you drink? Drink what? Ashaya, the tea, the tea. Maryam said la ma sharibtu, no, I did not drink. Al Ummu said, now here, okay, beautiful, la ma sharibtu. So, what is mother saying? Did you drink the tea? No. And then she said la, harful jawab, no, ma sharibtu, I did not drink. Do I need a mafulun bihi here? Shariba is a transitive verb. Do I need a mafulun bihi here? It is understood, because I am talking about ashaya. So, whether I put ashaya there or I do not put, I know what I am talking about, I know what the object we are talking about. So, it is understood. La ma sharibtu. Al Ummu said li khadimati, to the servant, hati ashaya ya Laila, you bring, hati, you bring ashaya, the tea, o Laila. Now, hati is felu amrin and ya is the file here, but we are not going into detail here. Maryam said wahati qit'ata khubzin, and you bring piece of bread, right, piece of bread. Aidan ya Laila, also o Laila. Ana jav'a, I am hungry. Now, jav'anu, when the masculine, for we use it for masculine, and java is used for feminine. Atshanu, atsha, thirsty for atshanu for masculine and atsha for feminine. Jav'anu, hungry for masculine and java for feminine. They are nouns. Inshallah, we finished the lesson. We could have would have gone into more details into the lesson, but the basic concept that we were learning in this lesson, lesson number 6, is the utilization of damirun muttasilun coming as maf'ulun bihi when they are attached to the verb, right. That is what we are learning, and inshallah in the next class we will do exercises to solidify our understanding, because there are a lot of good exercises coming in this. So, with that, inshallah we will finish our class.
Do you want to show some examples from Quran?
Next class we will bring the good idea. Next class we will bring the example from the Quran. Actually, it is a good idea where damirun muttasilun is used as maf'ulun bihi, so that we are.
You might use the same verb.
We can use the same verb or different verbs. We will select some of, not the complete ayah, but the jumla failure, right? Just that. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. La yakallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha laha ma kasabat wa alayha maktasabat. Rabbana la tu'akhizna in nasina aw akhtana. Rabbana wa la tahmil alayna isran kama hamaltahu ala allazina min qablina. Rabbana wa la tuhammilna ma la taqata lana bih wa'fu anna waghfir lana warhamna anta maulana fansurna ala al-qawmil kafirin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.